Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. Today, I don't have anything in particular to talk about. It's going to be more of a stream of consciousness from the evil doctor here. Whoa! Anyway, so there's a handful of stuff on my bench. I still have the pile of stuff I need to put away. I had to work on some guitars that were sort of an emergency, so everything had to stop, and I had to clear up space for guitars. Okay, well, that is now done. I saw Sam's video of running the tunnel jet, and he talked about burning these motors up. Let me share my experiences with these motors. These motors do not like high voltages and big props. This is a detongued 427, and it looks like I've reduced the blade area a bit as well. And even so, that's an awful lot of prop for this 3,900 RPM per volt 2040 motor. And so I think Sam was running a higher KV with this prop or something about that size on 3S. And even this motor with this prop on 3S. And that's asking a lot from these little things. They're just not prepared to give you that much. Now, Big B used an outrunner, and for a given weight, a given mass, an outrunner will give you more torque, usually less KV, not usually, always less KV, but it'll give you more torque per size of motor than an in-runner will. You know, your mileage may vary, but gear things that way, think things that way. So I've been running mine on 2S and a 3,000 RPM per volt motor with the smaller 427, and it does okay. It's not quite as quick in the straightaways as yours, but the motor temperatures are much cooler. Much cooler. It's 80 degrees, not much above room temperature. So that's that. Big B. Big B has a killer motor in a killer boat with a killer propellers, and now he has a data logger, and it looks like he's drawing killer amps. My God. I mean, back when I was flying airplanes, 200 amps, and you could only run the motor for 3 seconds. Whoop! And then you'd glide for a while. Let things cool off. And then 3 seconds. Whoop! And that was 200 amps, and we thought we were pushing it. Big B's drawing nearly 350 amps. That's a hell of a lot of current. Wow. No wonder he melts shit. Anyway, he has a good time doing it, and we all learn a lot from it. So keep it up. I love it. Okay, Big B. Now, the challenge. What should we call the challenge? How about something that has some sort of double entendre that makes you think twice, like the long, hard shaft challenge, or the long, hard shaft challenge. That's what it's going to be called. Anyway, the challenge is going to be this. Build something around this drive shaft and this motor. Now, this motor comes in 2 different KVs. It used to be only available in 4,000 RPM per volt. Now they have another one which is 3,700 RPM per volt. So the lower kV you could run on 3S and wind up with overall higher RPM. So if you needed a really stupid high RPM setup, you could go for the lower kV motor on higher cell counts. This is the German coupler that works in here. Now, some of the German couplers are blue. Some of the German couplers are blue. Some of the German couplers are silver, just like I thought I had a loose one here. In fact, I know I had a loose one here. Oh, here it is, right here in my hand. So some of them are available in silver. These cheap Chinese brass ones will fit in here, so that's an option too. So much for that. I think I've addressed everything. Did I talk about this? Oh, I haven't talked about this. I've been working on this. In fact, here's a clip of it now. Da, 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 da. Well, today, I think it's time to start putting on the stars. I kind of have a tentative layout for my canopy. You see, that's just some tape I put on there. And we're getting ready. This little edit should be spliced into today's video. So, until then, jet out. Okay, now that you're back, today I might put on the stars. I got 2 rows of 2, some hanging over the sides. Look at here's one's hanging over the side. You notice I'm not going to be able to put a star, the eagle, a star, the way my hall's laid out because of the difference of shape. I'm going to barely be lucky to put a star there. So I think I'm going to take this eagle and this star and move it back behind the canopy. So I'll still have the same number of items, just in a different location. And then I can use the smaller stars that I got for these over here, just as I did for this one and this one. And then the rest of these will be the larger stars. And it looks like there's one on the inner edge of the sponson as well. So that'll be that. Once the stars are on, I can start thinking about the clear. And what I'll do is I'll start with this center section since it's already got one coat of clear on it already. And so I'll sand that out, shoot this, see how I like it, see if there's anything I want to do to the process. And then I'll work on the wing and the fins, do the same thing, shoot it, make sure I like the process and so forth. And then, and only then, after I'm happy with everything, go in and shoot the rest of the hull. Then I have a plan for the canopy, and I'm not sure what's going to be the hardest part, masking it off or spraying it. It's going to be a challenge. I have a plan on how I want to do it. I hope it comes out all right. This could either make it or break it. Although my plan is I'm going to have the whole boat clear-coated and ready to rock and roll. Once everything's masked off, if something goes wrong, I could leave it taped up, sand and redo that portion only that's exposed. So we shall see. Fingers crossed on that. Cali Graphics If you like the graphics on the boat, Cali Graphics. If you have any questions, ask. I'll send you information on her. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I have one more thing. You know, I gotta love my viewers. One of my viewers, and it wasn't Jim, it was somebody else, was remarking about that little orange eco boat I had. And, you know, this little guy here, and how what it really needed was so I wanna thank my viewers for that. Okay, get out.